guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk everything the Everseas series. I have been sharing like my real-time reactions and just like reading vlogs with me on TikTok. So if you would like, follow me there. That'll be at Our Dreamiest. I'll put that somewhere around here so you guys can follow me on there if that's something that you guys want to kind of see, like my real-time reactions and just like debriefs that I have of those books individually. But I did want to talk about the overall Everseas series. I started reading this series, I think it was July of this summer, and right now there's 3 books out for the Everseas series. So it's the Ever King, the Ever Queen, and then the Mist Thief. I just finished the Mist Thief yesterday or the day before, and I absolutely loved it. At first I didn't really know what to expect. I was kind of wanting to go for like some Pirates of the Caribbean vibes and just like overall summery fantasy romantasy type vibes. And so the Ever King by L.J. Andrews is really good. Basically it's about a war between the sea fae and the land fae or earth fae, and how there's a chasm in like their lands where that separate them. There was a war in their lands, and the land fae had taken the son of the Ever King at the time, and they like were trying to come up with some truce so that they could kind of like not be at war anymore, but it actually turned out to not be that way. They wanted to come up with some sort of truce to end the war. And so when they did have the Ever King's son like it held hostage during that time, the Earth Fae King's daughter, her name's Livia, she would go to the jail house or whatever where they held the Ever King's son, and she would read him stories about songbirds and serpents. So like just through them having little interaction, she thought that was like her way of making things better with their war, like that she was going to help in some way to create a truce between their people. You know, she was just a young girl and all of that. So them sharing those stories, or her sharing those stories with the Ever King, then creates like a relationship between the both of them. He gives her something, I don't remember what it's called now, but he gives her something and she gives him a necklace with a little sparrow on it, or I'm sorry, a little songbird on it. And that's like kind of their own personal thing that's happening in the first book at the beginning. But then we fast forward to like 10 years in the future. It's been 10 years since that war, and you know, it's a celebration of 10 years of peace. And so Livia, being the Earth King's Fae, or the Earth Fae King's daughter, Livia being the Earth Fae King's daughter, she's always been really attracted or really like pulled towards the chasm. And the chasm is like some magical force field in the water that separates like the Ever King's people from crossing over to the Earth Fae's land and vice versa. Like they cannot go into each other's land. It's just a time of peace, but it's not that they can actually like pass through, because it's not, they didn't come up with like them being able to live together. It was just like, we're just going to separate ourselves completely. Anyway, so the chasm opens, and then the Ever King, which is now the young boy that was being held hostage in the past, he's the Ever King now. He kidnaps Livia because he recognizes her and he knows that the Earth Fae King would do anything for her, so he wants to kidnap her so that they can in turn, like, it's just a way for them to like either start a war or come up with some terms, you know, to have that collateral basically by having her. It's a romance though. It's absolutely so good. I would definitely recommend it. It does feel, it gave me like the same feel of watching the Pirates movies. I love the Pirates movies, and I think it was really fun for me to have started it in the summertime, because it did give you like a little bit of a summertime feel, like watch Pirates, a little bit of immersive read. That's what I did with the first book. I really loved the second book, The Ever Queen. I think the first book is really good at helping us understand what's happening between the Earth Fae and the Ever King or the Everseas people, the Ever King's people, and just like setting that up as well as like other things that are happening at the time, or like for you to know what actually happened but in the war between their people. The Ever Queen, however, I think does a really good job at explaining like the family dynamics. Like once you're actually like in the book a bit more about like what happens in between there, I think it's so great at developing family dynamics and the characters. I love how LJ Andrews is able to develop the characters individually so well that you want to know their stories as well as like the main character stories, which is the Ever King and Livia. And so in the third book, the second book is basically about having an Ever Queen. It's basically about Livia. Then the third book is actually about characters that are in the story that are family members of Livia as well. And I think that that's just a really fun way of continuing the series. Like the third book's about Jonas and Scotty and it's their romance, and it's absolutely so good. Like the more I read these books, like the Ever King I really liked, so I continued the series. The second book, the Ever Queen, I loved. Absolutely loved it. The third book, I absolutely loved it, and I feel like it just gets better and better the more that you read into the series. I know that the series is going to have 6 books in total. I am so excited for the 4th book. It should be about another one of our favorite characters if you've read the Everseas series, and like her romance and relationship, and I just cannot wait. Like I've been waiting for this one since the Ever Queen. LJ Andrews gave us Jonas and Scotty's story first, which I'm okay with too because I absolutely loved it. I was kicking and giggling to myself the whole time. I just think it was the sweetest thing, and their love for each other was just top tier. Absolutely loved. And the family, oh, I just loved the whole family dynamic thing. Like I really thought that it was so well done. How it's not just like face value their love for each other, it's like how those people belong in each of their lives to each of those families that they're now joined together. I just absolutely loved how that was done and how that was written. So I'm so excited for Mira's book. I feel like this one's going to be, I've just been waiting for this one. It's been a long time. It's been a slow burn for that one because it's just like a background story the whole time that you're reading, like the Ever Queen and the Mist Thief. And then like, I just can't wait to finally get to that book and just read that story. I know that it's going to be so good, just like I knew that the Mist Thief was going to be so good. I loved it. And I think it's just really well done. I just absolutely loved it. This is my first LJ Andrews books or series at all. I know that she has another series. I don't know what it's called at the moment. I might read that one as well because I really like the way that these were written. I thought that they were very fun. They have some spice in it, and it's just like I love how they're developed. Out of the 3 books, I would say the Ever Queen and the Mist Thief are like same level for me because the Ever Queen is about Livia and the Ever King, and the 3rd book is about Jonas and Scotty. So they really just go separately. Like the 3rd book could basically be a standalone, but you do get some of their story in the other 2 books as well, or in the other books as well. So I would just say that if you guys did want like a book that kind of gives you a bit of the pirates feel and all of that, then you can definitely read these. I think that they would be a good choice. I did have a lot of fun reading it in the summer. Right now it is actually going to be fall, so I still decided to read The Mist Thief because I wanted to finish that series and I wanted to know what was going to happen for Jonas and Scotty. And I'm just really happy overall with how these books go. Like I just think that they're very fun reads. I enjoyed myself the whole time, and I really like them. I am interested to see what's going to happen for the next 3 books because I'm assuming that the 4th book is going to be about Mira and Tate, but what about the 5th and the 6th? Like are those going to also be other characters that are introduced? Like is it going to be one about Celine or one about Sander or one about Alec? Like I want to know if we're gonna get a book on each of them, or are we going to like have a wrap up of all of the characters? I'm excited to see what's gonna happen there. If you guys have read this series and you guys have theories about like what the next books are gonna be about, I would love to know. I had just heard about this book like a long time ago. I think it was like a year ago, and I didn't read it, but I had it on like my TBR forever, and then I was finally like, you know what, I'm gonna request it in the summer because I thought it would be a fun summer read since it's about the Eversea. And so I had a lot of fun doing that. I did put a bunch of immersive ambience videos on so that I could like get in the full pirates mood. And I loved it. It was a lot of fun. My favorite characters, like I love Bloodsinger and Livia so much. Like they're so perfect for each other. But something about Jonas and Scotty, I just was like, I absolutely ate that book up. I thought it was so good. I just absolutely love them. And the like grumpy sunshine relationship between Mira and Tate, the relationship's not even there yet, but it is, you know. I'm so excited to see what that one's going to be about and like how that one's going to grow, because he's so reluctant at even acknowledging how he feels towards Mira, and I just think it's the funniest thing, and it's probably going to be so freaking cute when he actually starts falling for her, if he hasn't already, because I'm pretty sure he has, by all of the little moments that LJ Andrews has included in the books where like Mira gets upset at him but like he doesn't take his eyes off of her when she's walking away, like things like that. I'm just so excited to read about all of that. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little debrief of that series I've read so far. So those 3 books are out. It's The Ever King, The Ever Queen, and The Mist Thief. And then we're gonna get 3 more, and I'm so excited for those. LJ Andrews did share a little snippet of what the next book is going to include. It is indeed a Mira and Tate book, and I'm going to be screaming when that comes out. And she also includes a little bit of like a teaser of what's happening in that book, or like a little bit of the, like just a little teaser of what the book will read like. And so it's absolutely like, I'm so excited for it and I can't wait to read it. If you guys have read this series, which book is your favorite? And I would love to know more. Like, what books do you recommend if I love this series so much? And if you have read it and you didn't enjoy it, like what was missing for you? Like, I would love to know as well. If you guys stay to the end of this video, this one probably won't be that long, but if you stay to the end of this video, comment below a pirate flag emoji. Yeah, but I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.